Okay, kindergarten, so today we are going to create a house to be a part of our community. And we are going to use a bunch of different colors of paper to help create this house. And we're also going to use a brown paper bag. So brown paper bags open up. They usually are used to put a lunch in, something like that. We're going to use them a little differently. Okay. So I'm going to just set my brown paper bag to the side for a minute, and I'm going to play with my construction paper. You want to create a house, and what is on the outside of a house but doors and windows? So windows are typically a square shape. So on this piece of paper I'm going to draw a square. And I'm drawing the best that I can. And I'm going to cut this square out. Once you have one square cut out, you can use it as a stencil to make new squares. So I'm just going to lay it down and I'm going to trace around it. Lay it down, trace around it. So you can do this for however many windows you want. I want 4 windows. So I already made one using it as a stencil. That means I need to make 3 more. And if you need more paper, just go up, get more paper. So there's 1 window, 2, 3, and 4. Keep your scraps separate from what you're actually going to use. So these are my windows. I need to show my viewer who's looking at my artwork that these are windows. So I'm going to do the crisscross pattern. I'm using a Sharpie. You can use a Sharpie or you can use construction paper crayons. Those will show up nicely since this is construction paper. So straight and across. Straight and across. And if you would like to, you could even put in details like curtains. So I have 4 windows and now I need to create a door. So a door is a rectangle shape. So I'm just going to get another piece of scrap paper and I'm going to draw a rectangle. And I'm only making 2 lines on here coming in from the side because this side is already straight for me and the bottom is already straight for me. Here's my rectangle. And you want to design on that. So you could put a window on your door. If you have a pretty wreath or anything that you want to hang on the door, you can decorate it. Color in your window. However you want to design it. So you're going to take your brown paper bag and you want to be on the side of the bag that is all smooth. There's no flap. The flap should be on the back. You want it all smooth and you're going to do dots not lots with glue. And you want to put the door at the very, very bottom in the middle. And then you want to put your windows around the door. And all your windows do not have to be the same color. And make sure those are glued on nice and tight. Now I'm taking a large sheet of construction paper. This has to be from a certain bucket. It has to be the right size. This is going to be the roof of your house. So a roof typically has shingles on it. That's what protects it and helps the rain fall down the roof. So I want you, I'm going to do curve line, curved line, curved line, curved, curved, curve. And I'm going to just keep repeating that all the way down. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bag, I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to take just scrap paper, and you need to crumple it and throw it in your bag. If you just put it in flat, it's not going to make the bag poofy. We want to make the bag poofy. So you don't need a whole ton of paper, just enough to make it poofy. And when you're done with that, you need to bring your bag to me, and I'm going to take the top, I'm going to fold it over on itself, and I'm going to staple it shut. I don't want you guys to use a stapler because it can be dangerous. Okay? Then what you need to do is you need to take your roof, and you're going to glue the roof onto the bag. But before you do, you need to flip it over, fold it. So I took the bottom, I'm folding it to the top, and it's going to sit on your bag like this. So you need to open it. You need to put a frame of glue and then an X in the middle there just to make it stick. And you're going to put the fold on the top and hold it tight. And with extra paper, you could even make a chimney. You could draw stones on it. Put some glue. Glue it underneath. So this is a basic paper bag house. Alright, so now that I've made my house, I'm going to get a green sheet of paper, and I want you guys to write your name on the back of it and then flip it over. You're going to take some glue and you're going to lay your house on the green paper. So you want to put glue on the bottom of your paper bag. And you don't want to put too much because you don't want the glue to spread out once you set it down. So I'm just going to do a frame and a few dots in the middle. And you want to pick where you want to put your house. And let it sit there for a bit because the glue needs a little time to get sticky. So this is going to be sort of the grass. Here's your house. And now you, with your group, are going to create how you want everything to look. So if I'm sitting next to another person, the other person can kind of line up their grass with their house, and we could start to create a community of a neighborhood. So I could make a sidewalk. I could take gray paper, and I can make a sidewalk on my paper, and then I can talk with my partner or someone at my table, and they could continue the sidewalk on their paper. So when we puzzle them all together, it looks like it all flows as one. Okay, so we want to think about things that you would see in a neighborhood. You might see trees and bushes, mailboxes, stop signs. You want to create things like this. So I'm going to create a bush, and I'm going to show you how we would do that. So I'm taking a green sheet of paper and a pencil, and on the bottom I'm just going to draw a curved line another one, another one, another one, and then off to the side of the paper. This is the shape of a bush. So I will just come in with my scissors and cut it out. Remember, when we cut curved lines, turn the paper, not your scissors. Now, how am I going to get this bush to stand up? I need it to stand up so it makes sense with my house that's standing up. So what you're going to do is you're actually going to take the bottom straight part, you're going to fold it up. And what you've done is you've created a little foot for it to stand on. So I take this foot and I put glue on it, dots, not lots. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to make it stand in front of my house, just like that. So you can make as many bushes as you would like. Also, you could make trees. So a tree would be the same thing. You would cut a shape of a tree, draw it out, okay, so here is the stem of my tree. Here's the top. And you want to put some glue onto the stem. Lay the tree. And to make the stand, you would do the same thing. Take the bottom, fold it, gives it a little foot. Now you can't make your trees too tall, otherwise they're going to want to fall over. So I put mine right by the house, just in case if it wants to lean back, it can lean onto the house. So talk it out with your buddies. What do you want to create? How are they going to flow into one another? Think about roads, think about sidewalks, stop signs if you're doing a road, all that kind of stuff. You get to be creative. I also want to show you, so before you would glue anything on, you also can decorate something first. So I'm just using construction paper crayons, and I'm decorating, putting some little flowers on my bush. I made my foot already, so I'm going to put my dots of glue. Here is my piece, and I'm going to find one more spot for a bush. So I've made a few things here. I've created a sidewalk. I've created a stop sign. I have 2 bushes. This one I just put down, this one, and I made a little pool with a diving board. And all I did was I gave it little feet, cut out a blue paper, glued it on. Everything here has a foot. See, the stop sign has a foot. The bushes, the tree, they all have feet. The only thing that doesn't have a feet is the sidewalk. I just glued that right down. So with your partner, you can talk. How should this side look? We should probably continue the sidewalk up here. Maybe their house can be on this side. Okay, so they all should flow together, you and the people at your table. You're creating a neighborhood, which is part of a community. And you're making it 3-dimensional. That means it's popping up from something flat.